Yo, what is good? My head are very faithful. What is good, yo? What I know, your boy is going to apologize. I kind of got lost in doing some things after I made Demon Slayer. After I made Demon Slayer, I wanted to go out and get some PSN cards and stuff like that so I can pretty much buy some games that I want to have in the background. So, yeah, that's one reason. Oh my God, he's too strong. That's one reason why this video is taking a little bit longer to come out. But overall, I really got to put it hands down on this show that whatever they are doing right now, I honestly want more of it. I cannot believe that this show is something I didn't know about in the sense of just not hearing about it, or there's not just any like real buzz about it or something along those lines. Because watching this makes me feel really good about at least having some of these shows that are much more relaxing and there's no like gore and stuff. Not to mention the story is so good. I mean, we got a kid that pretty much hated studying as much as the next kids because he wasn't good at it, but now here he is, one of the students that um, are good enough in all subjects to teach practically anybody about it. And I have tried to teach people like certain games or like certain aspects of things that I do when I play games or something, or just overall, I've tried to teach people different things that they've asked me. And it's not easy. Like, teaching is not as easy as it sounds, or like just explaining to somebody how it's supposed to be. So to think that he's so good that he can start to come up with all these creative ways to not only help the people who need it the most, in the sense of if there's a way that you can help them, they could be some of the they could do go on to do very great things. It's just right now the one thing stopping them is their extracurriculum, or their actual intelligence of of the certain subjects that they're trying to either get into, or that the teachers need them to know by a certain time. So I don't know. It feels very good in the sense of just the overall like the flow, the narrative, getting to understand why the main character kind of has this drive to even help these characters, and if it's becoming better or if it's becoming worse. And as we see this week, in him learning, a little bit more about his own creative side, that you can't just outright believe someone's going to be able to study the way you study. And he makes a much more clever and helpful way for someone who really wasn't getting it and it wasn't sticking. He still found a way for it to be a lot better than it already was. So it's stuff like that that really makes me happy just to watch these types of show and see what could overall be the end game of it. So seeing the swimmer, and not I wasn't really sure if she was going to fit like really well, in the sense of we're getting a brand new character. They're putting all of their effort into, giving us her background, giving us the reason why she's not good at studying, giving a, you know what I mean? It's her episode seemingly. But then the way that they squeeze in all the other girls, which I thought the blue-haired girl was gonna get like X'd out, but she wound up having some of the funny parts in there too, along with probably my favorite girl, which is the girl with the glasses. I think her name starts with an F. It's like Fukiota or something, but she's 100% my favorite as of right now. Any real challenge that you issue out to her, she takes it as literal and just absolutely wants to, win it to going in, and wound up just not being good at anything she's ever really challenged at besides math. I'm guessing she would smash anybody in that, no matter what they were trying to go against her in. So it's funny in that aspect that she wants to be good at everything so she doesn't lose, seemingly. And I don't know, like seeing her being afraid of the dark definitely gave her a lot more of a cute side of just her being completely bold and honest, keeping close to him so she wouldn't uh she wouldn't be in the dark alone and stuff. I don't know. It was cute to me. It might not be cute to others, but I thought it was pretty well done. Um, Other than that, though, with her and the swimmer kind of like seeing them all as competition at this point, I thought it was funny because I think they're now the swimmer girl's like ahead of the game, she knows what the competition is and she's fighting, and I think the other girls are probably going to start having some types of feelings towards him because of the way he's actually working so hard to help others when he's still a average student who isn't even a genius in some sense of the way of they are. He's average in everything, so maybe overall he's probably going to become someone they really want to either be with or idolize or something along those lines, and that will probably lead to the overall uh, seeing who is going to win at the end of the day, his heart or something. I don't know, because the swimmer girl made it real clear that she's the one who practically fell for him, and it's been like that since middle school. So the other girls to her are literal competition, and I think it's just a good way of having this show. Not only is she playing the role of like she needs help and she's one of the students that he has to tutor, which he really wasn't looking forward to tutoring. That was another best good part. It was just him being like wanting to say no way and just knowing if he did, he would not be getting any of the stuff he actually needs to get out or to get a scholarship. So he's kind of got to. He's boned on that one, but at least he's found some way to keep her mind capable of remembering some stuff. But I don't think we got a result so far. Like she hasn't actually took the test, which seeing the girl with the pink hair and having her being like, "Oh, I guess the tutor is working for them." She sounded and looked and seems like she was a previous tutor. Like she's just somebody who probably gave up, and now that she's hearing good stuff about this other tutor, she's like, well, I want to make this test even more challenging in the sense of if you fail or if you get this wrong, you now have to take more classes, which would have gotten in the way of her overall swimming for the new girl. And of course, the person who doing this seemingly felt like she did it on purpose. And you guys could let me know if the pink haired girl is like her teacher or whatever, because she was seemingly surprised of the bit of success that he was already getting. Not to mention, she came in on another teacher who was looking at the girl with the glasses and seeing that she actually turned in an essay, and that's an improvement. No, sorry, she didn't see an improvement in the swimming girl, but she saw an improvement in the girl in the glasses who sent in an essay. So it's like all of a sudden these or teachers who were probably tutors to these kids are probably kind of disappointed and like trying to figure out what a student who's, student's not supposed to be smarter than me in this situation. How did he do it? Or were they might get a little bit of an attitude. What if they're just like, oh, well, maybe they just pretended to be bad at what they were doing. Then, then when he came around, now they're pretending to be good. So I don't know. I could see that happening, but at the same time, that might be far fetched. We'll see what happens overall. Um, because at this point of the narrative, I really do like the fact that we're getting all of these characters that actually feel like they work in the story, like they work as they're adding them, because sometimes you get like characters entering and they just don't feel like they fit. But this felt really good. This felt like she definitely made her own spot and made it very clear to us that she sees the other girls as competition, and as competition, she won't lose, including when uh, the blue-haired girl felt like she took some mental damage because she got sized up, literally. Yeah, I don't know. This show is doing very, very well in my opinion. I love the overall story and narrative that we're getting with it so far. I can't wait to see what is going to happen. I think I got the confirmation that this show is 13 episodes, so um, definitely going to finish it out if I can. And to the people who watch Fairy Tail, I don't know if you're watching this video or if I'm gonna have to like do something separate, like a something, I don't know. But I feel like Fairy Tail is just something I put on this channel for my own sake, and I want this channel to feel like it is as much it is mine as it is your guys's. So I think I decided to take Fairy Tail off my playlist and just watch it myself. I have no problem still watching the show. It's just there's no point of putting it on the channel if there's no one to talk to about it and no one seemingly cares either. So I will just keep that to myself. But yeah, if there's any people who actually watch Fairy Tail that watch this video, and I think I'll just uh, remind people that that's a thing with some of the other videos that are going to be coming relatively sooner than later. I'll just keep reminding people that I probably got rid of Fairy Tail for the lineup. Not to mention it give me a little bit of break to not have to put out so many videos every single day. So it's a win I guess for the people who hate Fairy Tail, and then it's a win for me because I don't have to do as much work. But the work wasn't ever a problem. I really enjoy what I do, so it just sucked that I couldn't share that passion with everybody on my channel. But maybe there'll be another time for it. So with all that being said, I hope you guys have an amazing day, night, evening, whatever the case may be when you see this, and I will talk to you in the next one. Definitely will have content for you guys tomorrow. So with that being said, I will talk to you later. Peace.